In this video, I'm going to tell you about the Vickers combination tools, a relatively simple tool, but does several things on the Vickers. It's something we've been asked to do, explain what the different parts do and explain the sort of development of the Vickers combination tool as well. So we'll go through it. The Vickers was simpler to strip and assemble than the Maxim was, but remarkably, the combination tool doesn't let you do everything you need to. One was carried in the spare parts case alongside a pair of pliers, which you need to be able to strip the gun. But in the spare parts case, you would have one per gun, as well as a number of other spare parts in the spare parts wallet. So what does the tool do? You've got this first type, the Mark 1. It's got a special box spanner on here that disappears and is cut off of the later mark. So this one's been cut off. Sometimes you see a smoother end there, but it then has these special C-type spanners that are built into it and a tool at the end as well. If we had the earlier Mark 1 guns, we'd need this box spanner. We need the pliers to be able to take out the split pin for the muzzle attachment outer casing there. That twists and comes off. And then we'd use this box spanner to undo the muzzle cup. But what we can use instead, because we've got the Mark II muzzle cup, is the inner spanner here. That goes through the slots here and undoes it like so, and then just needs to undo it, and then we can do it by hand. The bigger spanner is what we use to do the muzzle gland on the outside as well. So that needs to be tight. Both parts come loose as you're firing if they haven't been tightened up. On the bottom of the tool, what we have are two little prongs that are used for changing the connecting rod at the rear of the gun. So we take the lock out, and this is one of the ways in which you can adjust for headspace. So if the rounds aren't seating properly, you have this connecting rod here that the rear, those two prongs, fit into the end of and just undo. And you can undo that and completely, and then by hand. And in the gap you can put shims, washers, and you carry spare washers in that spare parts wallet. And obviously use it to do it, back up, refit the lock, and your headspace issues that are not the same headspace issues as you might get on a gas operated gun, but they're headspace issues in the same way. Your headspace is sorted, and then you would use the spanner again, outer spanner to tighten things back up, inner spanner to tighten up the cup there, just pinch it tight with the spanner, and then you can put the outer casing back on. On aircraft guns, what you had was they actually issued a special spanner that replicates the inside of the muzzle cup there. It's the same prong. Don't know why, they still needed to take muzzle glands and things off, but it gave them perhaps a little bit of extra leverage and a little bit of extra reach to be able to do it. Yeah, so relatively simple tools for the Vickers, and relatively simple functions.